Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. There is a problem in finding the moment of a force about a line. And the further applications of that would be the perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the line. So I hope that through this video, you will be able to increase your knowledge in statics needed for you to excel in statics and of course to survive in statics. Here is problem 40b. There are two cases here, and this is a star problem. The 23-inch vertical rod CD, this one 23 inches, is welded to the midpoint C. So this is the midpoint C. That's why half of 32 inches is 16 inches. So that proves that that's the centroid or the midpoint. Then half of 30 inches is 15 inches. So from C to here, it's 15 inches. And of course, this is 24 inches, so that's why this is 12 inches. So midpoint C of the 50-inch rod AB. So the length of rod AB is 50 inches. That is square root of 32 square plus 30 square plus 24 square. So you verify that it is 50. Square root of 32 square plus 30 square plus 24 square. So it should be 50 inches. So determine the moment about AB, moment of a force about an axis or a line of the 235-pound force P. So we just focus on P. It is obviously directed from D to G, and it is above AB. Therefore, we want to find the perpendicular distance of that force from AB. So the expression is R, moment center, which is A, I select A, cross D. So R, I select R, AD, cross P. So I think it's better if we select G as the point, the other point of the force, so that we can easily express the position vector RAG. So RAG cross P, then dotted with the unit vector of AB. So that's the expression, remember. And that's the second question, the perpendicular distance between rod AB and the line of action of P. So we have to compute first the moment of P about axis AB. So P is 235 pounds and it is directed from D to G. So this is 16, so along X 21. So take note, we go down by 23 plus half of 15 because this is the center of AB. The rod CD is 23 inches plus half of 30, 15. So that means it is, we go down by negative 38. So we have, that's why you have negative 38J. Then we move to the left. So in the positive Z direction, distance of 18 because it is from D to G, 18 inches. So that's why you have 18K here. And then we move along X forward 21 inches. So that's why the force P in vector form is magnitude 235, quantity 21I, minus 23 plus 15, so that's negative 38J, then plus 18G, 18G. So 18K along Z, so 18 inches. Then divided by square root of 21 square plus 38 square plus 18 square. Simplifying, that is 105I minus 190J plus 90K pounds. So that's the force. Then R AG, or lambda of AB first. AB is we move in the negative z direction. So negative 24 here. Then we move forward along x 32 inches, then go down by 30 inches. The other way is go down 30 inches, negative 30j. In the negative z direction, 24 inches, so negative 24k. Then forward along x 32 inches, so that's why we have 32i. Then divided by square root of 32 square plus 30 square plus 24 square. The unit vector of AB is 0.64i minus 0.6j minus 0.48k. Then the position vector RAG, so moment of P about AB is scalar. It is RAG cross the force, then dotted with the unit vector of the axis AB. And if we follow right thumb rule, this is expected positive because the positive sense of moment about AB is you position your right thumb towards B, then curl your forefingers. That's the curling of the forefingers. It is the same sense as the moment of B. So we expect that this is positive. RAG is from A to G. A to G. So we have to go down 30 inches, forward 32 inches, then this is 30 minus 24, so in the z direction 6 inches. So our AG is again AG downward, so 30, negative 30j, forward 32 inches, then towards the z direction 18 plus 12, 30 minus 24, so that means 6 inches. So RAG is 37i. RAG is 37i. 32i. Then minus 30j, then plus 6k. So that's RAG. So lambda of P is P divided by magnitude of P, which is 235. The unit vector of the force is equal to 1 over 47 of quantity 21i minus 38j plus 18k. So we then substitute into this equation to solve for the moment of P, which is a scalar in the direction AB. So moment AB of P is RAG. So we have in matrix form, RAG is 37. Why is this 37? A to G. Sorry, A to G is 37. 16 plus 21. So that's why it's 37. I thought it's 32. G is a different point, not along the z-axis. So go down by 30 inches. So that's negative 30j. Then along the x-axis, 16 plus 21. So that's 37i. So that's why it's 37i. Then since G is in front of A, then G is in front of A by 12 plus 18, 30 minus 24. So that means G is 6 inches in front of A. So that's why along Z, 6K. So again, this is the unit vector of the force. Then this is the position vector RAG into this equation. Then components of P, then unit vector of AB, 0.64, negative 0.6, negative 0.48. Then copy the elements of the first two columns, then get the product. So that direction is positive, and that's positive 3374.4. Negative 30 times 90 times 0.64, that's negative 1728. 6 times 105 times negative 0.6, that's negative 378. Then minus that product, so positive because negative of negative, and that is 729.6. That's negative direction, and the product is negative, so negative, negative, that's still positive, positive 1998, then this is negative because the product is positive. Negative of positive is negative, and that is negative 1512. Combining, moment AB is equal to 2484 pound-inch. So 3374.4 minus 1728 minus 378 plus 729.6 plus 1998 minus 1512. So in pound-foot, we divide this by 12, and that is 207 pound-foot. So that's the answer for moment of P about axis AB. Now, remember the guide? We resolve P into components, one parallel to AB, which has no moment about AB, and the other one perpendicular to AB. So that's the axis, unit axis vector AB, the free vector of AB. That's why it's parallel. The component of P would be P cosine of the angle between lambda AB and lambda P. This is P, and this is the unit vector of P. We can find the angle between them, and I denote that with theta. So the component of P perpendicular to AB is the one that has moment about axis AB. So that's perpendicular. So this is P sine theta. The component of P, the hypotenuse, then sine of theta, which is equal to this. I just transfer it here, and that's P sine theta. And the sense of moment is positive, because if you position your right hand towards B, the force will curl in the same curling of the four fingers. So it is P sine theta. The moment of P about AB is P sine theta times the perpendicular distance of this line of action to axis AB. So that's the perpendicular distance D. So moment is P sine theta times D. Then to find theta, we obtain the dot product of lambda P and lambda AB. Remember, the dot product is the mathematical tool which will allow us to solve for the angle between the two vectors. So lambda of B times dot lambda of AB equals magnitude of lambda of B is 1. These are unit vectors, so 1 times 1 cosine of theta. Lambda of B is this, 1 over 47 quantity 21i minus 38j plus 18k. That lambda of AB is quantity 0.64i minus 0.6j minus 0.48k. So it is 1 over 47 times quantity 21 times 0.64 plus negative 38 times negative 0.6 plus 18 times negative 0.48 equals cosine of theta. From here, we can solve theta, and theta is equal to 54.04 degrees. So that means it's really indeed positive. Substitute into this equation moment of P about AB, which is 2,484 pound-inch, equals PP is 235 pounds, then sine of 54.04 degrees times the perpendicular distance D. Solving for D, D is equal to 13.06 inches. So that's it for this video.